Alrighty, so we have the new Elizabeth. I meant to showcase her 2 days ago, but just see the dog. Anyways, yeah, I meant to showcase her a couple of days ago, but just been busy. So either way, this is I think this is kind of a big deal. Kinda. I mean, I don't know about a big deal. This is a small deal. This is originally a UR character that has now been re-released with a new variant, so that's interesting. I think people in the Leaks Discord or whatever were like, oh, like this unlocks potential for, you know, a new Lancelot variant or blah blah, this or that. Like, obviously she still uses the same costumes as the other one, which is great because I didn't want to buy costumes for her. But this does open up the door to potentially new variants of UR units, which is pretty cool. So, honestly, when this character very first came out, maybe I'm thinking of the other one. I can't remember. Was the Holy Relic for this one even any good? I'll be honest, I don't remember what any of these do. When an enemy is affected by intervention of light, which that doesn't apply to this one at all. Actually, I don't think this Holy Relic is going to work at all for this unit, right? When Goddess Wrath reaches 4 stacks. Yeah, this is only for the other Elizabeth, unfortunately. But let's go over her passive really quickly because it's actually pretty good. She's a pretty solid unit overall. For each applicable ally participating in battle, their basic stats increase by 5% and damage dealt increases by 10%. And then you can use her with Goddess Team or 7 Deadly Sins, which is pretty cool. I think I've seen anybody mess around with her on 7 Deadly Sins, but I'm also not watching videos for this game like I used to. So that could be a decent option. Who knows? For each buff applied to an applicable ally, attack-related stats of applicable allies increase by 5%, limit of 6. So that's pretty good. What is that, 30%? Overall, I think, yeah. Math applies Frost Shield on applicable allies for 2 turns at the start of the battle. Frost Shield is damage taken is minus 50%, max HP plus 20%, freeze immunity, increases damage dealt by enemies that have been damaged by this skill by 40% for 2 turns. By this skill. What? Damage by this skill. What skill? Damage taken. Freeze immunity. It doesn't... What? Does it do damage? Am I stupid? That part doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm just reading that wrong. Basic stats of applicable allies increase by 4% for each buff or debuff removed from applicable allies by the hero, so that's kind of nice. At the start of the ally's turn, Ice Sword is granted to the ally with the highest remaining HP percentage for 1 turn, which is 10%, or additional damage equal to 10% of remaining HP, which is kind of cool. So she has a remove buffs card that actually does cold damage, which is ×2 crit chance increase, 30% damage dealt for every buff on the battlefield. This card actually can hit pretty hard, and I do like the fact that we have a buff removal here because it's good against the Ragnarok team right now because they have buffs, of course, and then it's also good against Aqua because she puts on those res stacks and everything like that, or not stacks, but the res buff. And then she also has an increase all stats card, which is really cool, and it removes debuffs, 15% all stats at level 1, 20% at level 2, 25% at level 3, and then, of course, same shield as the other Elizabeth, which is applies Frost Shield. What? Is this the same? Is this the same? Did she do that before? Oh, it's not going to show me the other Elizabeth. Either way, let's hop in. I'm almost at 300k CC on the Goddess T, which is pretty crazy. I feel like CCs have gone through the roof. I'm getting to the point where I'm almost at 450k in geared PvP. Actually, I don't even remember. I think I might have hit 450 at this point. I did hit 21 mil box CC the other day. So that's something. I don't know. The game is 6.5 years old at this point, so that stuff kind of just happens these days. Where's your Tarmiel? Your Tarmiel is on Demon King. I'm going to go ahead and buff. We're going to break shield with Tristan, and then we're going to apply Mael stacks. I was originally using... Oh my god. I was originally... Can we kill Gilda? Oh, and we pop res? And we kill... Oh, okay. That's ridiculous. I was originally using Aqua and Elizabeth because I liked that combo, and after several games throughout the week, I went ahead and pushed with it to get Challenger in geared PvP. I don't really like the team anymore. It's okay. It does fine, but it's 2 support characters, both of them having one of them having a heal card, one of them having a buff card. So those don't really do damage. Elizabeth can deal some decent damage with this card, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's obviously not super great. And then the freeze card is fine too, but it felt like too much support. Tristan really only does big damage on his turn 2 after you pop his buff. So it just felt like it was all reliant on Tristan dealing really big damage, and it just sometimes he would let me down, and then the 2 support characters just could not pick up the slack. So although it is a cool option, and they are 2 really good support units, I am opting for Mael in the 3rd slot today. Just because Aqua, I figured if you maybe didn't have the gems for Aqua, or the fact that she's collab exclusive, blah blah, whatever the case, if you didn't get her, this Elizabeth would obviously take her place anyway. So I figured we would just showcase her without Aqua, just because that's what I wanted to do. So either way, okay, we have an Aqua team that we're going up against. My CC is ridiculous. I don't know what to tell anybody at this point. Honestly, I really like running this setup right here. I should probably be using the Mael card first, to be honest with you, just in case we run up against Evasion Food. But this setup right here is really nice. The all-stat increase is great. Killing Mael here, that's awesome. And then just using the Tristan AoE because it goes hard, and then the Mael AoE because we want to start building stacks on them so that way we can put Ripple of Light on. And obviously it's an AoE, so it does good damage anyway. So it just ends up being pretty cool. I like that setup. Cool turn 1 anyway. Sorry, I'm a little congested. I've been right on the edge of being sick this week. I think I've gotten a cold, but I've been having to deal with I don't know, just coughing and runny nose and all that stuff because it's winter time, of course. But we had the freeze immunity there, which is actually kind of nice. The frost shield came in clutch there, I think. Let's try to go ahead and remove the buff here and get rid of Aqua, because like I said, for whatever reason, that did really good damage actually, so this is going to kill. It'll get rid of the res buff on everybody else. Is Tristan going to kill Elat, or is he going to pop res? Looks like popping res. That is a little unfortunate because he had Ripple of Light. It would have been better for us to kill Elat there, lose out on some of his stats, and then have him only deal 1 damage with that buff. This is scary. I still have res on Tristan. Okay. For whatever reason, I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's the fact that my team is just really tanky, or if it's the fact that every Tristan that I seem to go against only has a 1/6 ult or something. I genuinely don't know. What level is this guy's ult? He's running base costume, so I can't imagine it's super high. Okay, it's 2/6. I don't know what it is. Almost every single time I go up against a Tristan ult, I end up living. Maybe one time, or maybe one of my units will end up dying, but for whatever reason, I end up tanking Tristan ult 80% of the time. It's ridiculously high for whatever reason. Mine's 4/6, and it seems to do really good. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I'm just going up against weaker Tristans. I don't know if my stats are just really high from the team that I'm running. Whatever the case may be, it has been really bizarre to me, because normally whenever a new festival character comes out and people are using the ultimate for them and blah blah this that, typically I end up getting destroyed. I end up dying to an ult no matter what level it is. But for whatever reason with Tristan, I survive 80% of them, which is just very bizarre to me. I just don't understand why I'm living against these ultimates sometimes. Okay. This is actually nice. This is kind of what I want to see. Sorry, the dog's trying to... There she is. Dog's hopping up. I do have the buff removal. Problem is, I don't have res. I don't know. I'm going to go for this. It could be incredibly risky, though. I've gone up against a couple Ragnarok teams lately, and Sometimes Scold will literally just one-shot my like my units straight out of the gate, and it scares me. So I've actually been a little bit more hesitant to go up against these Ragnarok teams lately. We did a lot of damage to Tyr there, and we did not kill him, so he could potentially do some good damage with his Berserk here. Not entirely sure how this is going to go. I was going to merge these and get higher all stats, but I figured I might try to go for a cleanse, because I figured he was going to put a bunch of debuffs on me. Oof. This is not good. This is not good at all. I'm hoping that kills Tyr. This will kill... or pop Retrogression on Tyr, and then this will kill Scold. Okay, not as big of a counter as I was hoping, or expecting. Oh, no. I didn't think that was going to do that much, but turn 2 AoE is a bit outrageous sometimes. We're in a little bit of a pickle here. Plus, this is going to put Retrogression on everybody again. I used the buff removal too early. What have I done? That's okay. We'll see how it goes. Hoping for no stance here. He did use a card. If no stance, I can try to at least kill Camilla off. The fact that he has the buff where he takes 1 damage from the next attack, it can be so clutch. So good. Plus, he has the res. He can, if it's Tristan v Tristan at the very end of the matches, which I end up getting sometimes, it can get so drawn out and incredibly annoying sometimes. It is kind of outrageous. Let's go ahead and cleanse all stat buff. Might as well pop our Grace, because why would we not? And then actually we can end up popping Ripple on everybody here. Or the other 2, and then this hopefully kills Camilla. I don't know. Oh, never mind. She has... because of the ult. I'm dumb. Actually, that works out, because if we would have killed Camilla there and Scold drew her ultimate, that could have been a problem. I don't know that that would have killed us or anything, but either way, unwanted ultimate is not ideal. She's disabled. Ripple of Light on these 2. This character literally does no damage, so... or not literally, like... she does very little damage. Okay, so Ripple of Light comes in handy there. Ripple of Light comes in handy here. Plus she's disabled, so it's not going to do anything anyway. Okay. I have still not popped res on Tristan yet, so this should kill. What you licking, man? What you licking? I think I dropped a little bit of food on the shirt earlier, and she is loving it. Okay, well, I don't think this was a real player for one. 2.3. Ungeared sometimes is... the amount of damage I deal in ungeared baffles me sometimes. It's very weird. Oh, that was a real player. Okay, I did not think that was a real player. Okay, human team. I actually haven't been facing human teams very much lately. And I feel like the darkness could actually be pretty interesting. Me getting to go first here, I love when I get double AoE with Tristan. It does a lot of damage. Against the darkness, I was like, I'm not sure how well this is going to do, but he's ridiculous. He's so stupid. That AoE can be just so dumb sometimes. And even, like, I think even if that was a real player running, like, better food or just whatever the case, like, higher stats, I still think the second AoE probably would have ended up killing the side 2. Darkness may have lived against a better team. Not entirely sure, but even then it would have shut him down so hard. So, either way, let's go ahead and end this. Goodbye. Okay, Ragnarok team. No Tyr. Good CC. I'm very interested to see how this goes. I don't know exactly how well this is going to go turn 1. I'm going to try to do this, because I think getting rid of Retrogression on Hell would be very beneficial turn 1. Okay, decent counter. Grace. No Grace, okay. Lots of potential to pop retrogression back on Hell here. Oh, it was so good. Oh, it was beautiful. Thunder God's Judgment there does get popped. Realistically, by herself with Freyr backline, he does give stats with Holy Relic. I don't think this is going to be that big of a problem. Especially with us still having Frost Shield and everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I haven't used the Tyr Relic yet. I need to because Tyr is one of my favorite Ragnarok characters, but I've just been so preoccupied with the Tristan teams because they're awesome. Honestly, we still have our buffs and everything. I'm just not even going to waste the time on it. Yeah, okay. Okay, Demon Team. I don't think I've ever actually went up against anybody who was using the lookalike haircut on him. Hate this haircut. It literally just looks like Elizabeth in a boy's body. It's very, very strange. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and do... I think this is a real player, so just in case evasion food, we're going to use... we're going to use the AoE from Mael first, but doesn't look like it was actually a problem. What do we got? Ah, so close to killing Demon King there. Okay, so... I love it. Let's see. How are we doing here? I actually do like these swords, though. I've been running like the knight-looking set for him just because I think it looks the best, but I do like these swords for Tristan. They're pretty cool. Okay, re-ups his shield. I actually don't have an AoE in hand at the moment, so that's kind of a problem. I think I'm going to target Demon King anyway, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Demon King's still pretty low, actually. Let's go ahead and re-up since we killed somebody, because it lasts for 2 turns. I didn't need to click that. We're just going to kill off his support since Tristan's disabled anyway. Ooh, this actually might be a problem. I didn't think that was going to completely kill. Okay, that actually worked out. First of all, why didn't that kill? Second of all, I'm glad it didn't, because now that we double attack him, we're not going to end up popping res on Tristan, and he's disabled, so we should be in a decent spot here. And I did kill somebody with Tristan, so we'll be able to repop his passive. And just keep recycling that, which is good. I think he's... is it his Tristan that has his Grace, his Tarmiel on? Because I don't think we... Unless Gelda had it turn 1? I don't actually know. Do you have your Tarmiel link? Let me click! Yeah, okay. I'll be honest, I'm a little scared of that. I think we're just going to go full on with it, though. Hopefully this deals decent. Oh, okay, we popped the 1 damage. That's actually not the worst thing in the world. Oh, we could have put Ripple of Light on, actually. We probably should have put Ripple of Light on, actually. Because now we're going to disable our Tristan, unfortunately. Unless we get buff removal. We don't, of course. That's okay. Not the worst thing in the world. For whatever reason, I'm not scared, because, like I said, I mean, he took the 1 damage, of course, because of the passive and everything, but for whatever reason, man, I just do not see him dealing, like, a ton of damage most of the time, and it's very strange. Just gonna push ult for him instead of disabling him, because why not? This will actually put us in Champ 1 anyway, so pop the 1 damage buff. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-dum. Not as much damage, but it typically does more once you've marked them, so not a total surprise there. He has a Ripple of Light on at the moment. This actually applies Ripple of Light as well, so he won't be able to pretty much do anything, even if he did survive. But there's no way you survived all of this. I think that's going to end up killing. If it doesn't, maybe we can get the windscreen with Elizabeth here. What do we got? I think it kills, though. Yeah. Okay, only 137. There was potential for him to live that. I think if he had a little bit more HP, he probably would have. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, I like this new Elizabeth. I think she's pretty cool. She's definitely a really good option if you don't have Aqua, or you just didn't get her, or you weren't interested, whatever the case was. But yeah, honestly, good character for the team. The Four Knights team with Tristan is great. The Goddess team is great. I like the Demon team too. I don't think the Demon team is like over the top great. I think it's probably the weakest of the three at the moment, if I had to guess. But honestly, a big part of it is just coming down to going first, making sure you get Tristan's talent off, and then being able to just snowball from there, really. So either way, it just ends up coming down to bigger box CC, bigger account, bigger stats, bigger everything. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the new Elizabeth, or if you skipped her, I completely understand. If you're just regular or running the Four Knights team or the Demon team with Tristan instead, didn't want to invest into the Goddess side of things, completely fair. 7 Deadly Sins team isn't really relevant right now anyway, so I don't know if she's really worth going for in that aspect, but I do really like the fact that she has an all stats buff. That part's really, really nice. And then yeah, I don't know. There's apparently been some leaks, of course, about end of the year festival and stuff being a new Meliodas, which why would it be anybody else, I guess? But interested to see how that goes. Interested to see which Melly we get. Maybe King Melly, like King of Leonis Melly. That could be kind of cool. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, either way, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later.